Hi YouTube, this is Bethany from Madeline Jean Antiques Restoration. I am filming something pretty special and I've been keeping a secret since April. I want to date this because I'm not going to be able to upload this video and probably until next fall, late 2023. Today is Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. I was asked to be a part of a television show, pretty exciting. They reached out to me at the end of April. The show is on the History Channel. Many of you probably know it. It's called Pawn Stars. So they did a spin-off show. They're starting to do a spin-off show. They're on their season 2 of this spin-off. It's called Pawn Stars Do America. They travel around the United States and they do the same concept that they do in their Las Vegas pawn shop. People bring them items, they try to sell them. They're also branching out and asking people to restore items. That's where moi comes in. So they asked me to restore a piece of furniture. I filmed with them yesterday down in Providence, Rhode Island. Super fun. I got to meet Chumley and work with Corey. I did not meet Rick. I did see him off in the distance, but the people that I worked with directly from the show was Chumley and Corey. They were in my segment. So I have wet hair. I just jumped out of the shower. I'm ready to work on this project. I cannot wait to show you this piece. It's breathtaking, this piece that I've been entrusted to restore. So I thought it would be fun to document this process of me restoring this piece. Again, I'm not gonna be able to upload this till I don't know when. When the show airs, then I can kind of do this, show this, my behind the scenes craziness, because they are checking in with me today, later today, to see my progress on this piece. So I'm on a time crunch. That's why the wet hair is going on. So I can't wait to show you guys. So let's get to the other side of my workshop. Oh, so excited! I'm gonna reveal the piece behind me. You probably won't be able to see all the beautiful details. So then I will turn the camera around and do a close-up shot, but here's the piece. It's an antique vanity. It comes with a mirror that is off it right over here on the floor. And yesterday they were asking me about this piece, and unfortunately there's no furniture stamp or maker's mark, and that's okay. I was able to date this piece just upon the dark woods and the characteristics of the ornate carvings. This piece probably dates back to the 1890s to 1910, so super old. It's got so much potential. It's so dark right now. I'm going to strip the piece completely, get that lighter wood coming out because there's some gorgeous wood burl underneath this dark finish. Most likely the top, it's mahogany. It's super heavy, very heavy. The mirror is amazing. I'll do a close-up shot of that. It's got a lid that lifts up, so just some really neat features on this piece, and I'm super excited to be a part of this show to showcase my talents and get my work out there, and I'm truly honored I was selected to be a part of this experience. So I just want to document it. I just think it's so much fun. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna take the hardware off and I'm gonna clean those upstairs. If you've watched my videos before, I'll put a link on how I clean brass hardware. I'm not gonna show it here upstairs. It's pretty warm here in New Hampshire. We're at 83 degrees today, but the humidity is just sky high. Chumley was talking yesterday how much he loves, the dry heat in Las Vegas compared to here in New England. I mean, everybody was sweating yesterday. It was very, very warm filming. Luckily, we had a nice breeze, but it's still, I'm probably gonna look like I'll be glistening, not in a pretty way, but sweating when my segment airs. You'll probably catch that. So I'm going to go clean the hardware. It looks like I have 4 handles, 2 knobs, get those sparkling clean so I can show them off when they do the check-in with me later today. So that's the part I'm gonna do right now. And then I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of this stunning antique vanity. I mean, look at this piece. It has so much potential. So the hardware is so intricate, so beautiful. I know I can get that super clean. There is some damage. I mean, it's over 100 years old, so we got some veneer damage there. Along the edges we do, there's another piece up there. The top, so-so condition. There's some paint, there's a ring mark there. I'm gonna have to sand all that out. I have to repair this part right here. This is where the mirror sits in. And I'm gonna show you the mirror, but it has like these steel or metal pegs that go in that are threaded underneath. I don't know if you can see them. There's one there and there's one there. Here's the awesome, awesome mirror that goes on top. Super dark. The finish is failing on this piece, as it should be, right? I mean, it's over 100 years old, so it needs a refresh. And we got some damage over there on the side of the mirror that has to be fixed. So, pretty excited about this piece. Oh, the only thing that I will say that has me a little concerned is where this mirror sits on top. I noticed there's no outline, see, where the mirror would have sat. So I'm a little concerned that this area here, where it sits in, that it's probably not the most stable. But I noticed back here, where the pegs would sit down, it looks like somebody tried to recently, these are fresh holes, and so are these, to secure the mirror. So I'm going to have to figure out something to make sure we get this secure on the back of this vanity table. The last thing I want is to have this mirror not be stable on top. But you can see there's no outline of where that mirror would have sat if it was sitting for an extended period of time. So I'll MacGyver something. My guess is there's some nuts that fit on those posts, those threaded posts. So hopefully, maybe I have something around here from some of my other old pieces that I can make something work here. So there you guys go. Here's the lovely piece. I'm gonna get started. Here's a little fun fact that I do to help me stay organized when I'm refinishing a piece of furniture. I always, when I remove the hardware, I label it and I make sure it gets placed back on the same drawer. With old furniture, you do not want to mix and match the handles on different drawers because it's been sitting there for a very long time. There's a reason why they go on a particular drawer. So see here, I wrote right top. That's what RT stands for, left top. This is my middle drawer, right and left. And here's the knob. That's the right knob and the left knob. That way I won't get them mixed up when I clean them and I'll stay organized. And that way I know they go back on correctly. What I am noticing, as soon as I'm taking this hardware off, I mean, you can see, can you guys see this lighter, beautiful wood coming through? It gets me so giddy. You can see this original finish is definitely failing, gunked up there, but I can see it. I see some potential here. So I'm pretty excited to get these drawers stripped. So I'm gonna go upstairs, clean this hardware, and keep chugging along. Okay, I just got done scrubbing all the hardware. I kept one handle as is, just dirty, to show you the difference. And I still haven't polished these up yet completely, but check this out. This is what it looked like before. Yee! I love cleaning brass hardware. It's therapeutic to me. I love getting it sparkling clean. Look at the difference there. Wow. Oh, this piece is gonna look amazing. So I'm gonna get started with stripping the drawers. I'm gonna do a time-lapse video so you can guys see me do these 3 drawers. I still have to do these front cabinet swinging doors as well. So I'm gonna get those stripped. I am on a time crunch. I gotta go, go, go. So, okay, I'm gonna show you the products that I use for stripping old finishes off. I love this. It's by Clean Strip. Takes 15 minutes, super easy. I just spray it and I leave it and I go upstairs, pop a few windows here. It's not too stinky, but you should take precautions. Wear a mask if you're gonna be down working with it, you know, for a while. Me, I spray it, I leave, I come back, and then I just scrape the old finish off. This stuff works awesome. You should get yourself some. I will list all the products that I use in the bottom description of this video in case you want to order any of these things. Okay guys, the stripper has been sitting for about 15 minutes. I got my mask on. I'm gonna put heavy duty gloves on. And And we're gonna scrape this old finish off and see what we got underneath. My guess is we have some beautiful, beautiful wood. So I just take my multi-purpose tool and I scrape. Oh, baby, we got some sexy wood underneath. See, this is how you know you're in the right line of work. You get giddy. You get giddy, you get excited when you peel off 100 years of gunk and grime. OMG! This wood is gorgeous underneath. I can't wait to show it to you. Oh, this is stunning. Did you guys see this? I knew it. I knew she was pretty. I knew it. All right, first off, I'm going to show you how well this stripper works. So look at all that gunk that came off. Look at this. Oh, woohoo! She's gorgeous. All right, I'm going to just keep going at this. And sometimes I have to repeat this a couple times until I get that old finish off. It's time consuming. This is not a fast process. You have to be patient when doing this. You gotta go slow, but it's worth it. And it's messy, and it's smelly. And then what I'll do is I'll go in afterwards and I'll clean the stripper off with acetone. You gotta really make sure you have a well-ventilated area to do this type of work. But I wanted to give you a little behind the scenes of what this is all about. So I'm going to continue to do this on the drawers. Toodaloo, you guys! Okay, I'm going to strip the cabinet doors next. So this is what they look like beforehand. Okay, this is after I stripped the cabinet doors twice, and then I sanded them very lightly with 150 grit sandpaper. And look how gorgeous that wood grain is looking. I'm so excited to get some lacquer on these. That'll really make them pop. Now the drawers I was able to get, remember I'm doing a check-in today with the show to show them how far I've progressed, but I want to do some dramatic like before and afters. So that drawer there has not been stripped yet. That one has. This one has, with some hesitation. I need to still go in there around this beautiful ornate area with a small brush and really get in there and get that dirt out. But that shows you we still got that gorgeous wood burl coming through. And this is how much I was able to get done today. I got the top completely sanded, came out really nice. Everything came out. There was a ring mark over here that I was able to get out, and some blue paint or turquoise paint that was on there. And then I gave it a rough sand all over. Same with the mirror. Did a sanding on that. So what's next for me is I need to repair all these little chunks of veneer that are missing. There's one on top there. I noticed there's a little loose part. This wood right here, I gotta glue that down, get that secure. And you already know I did the hardware. That's looking fabulous. Yeah, so there's just some little repair work to be done. And I have about a half hour here before they check in with me via video. So I'm gonna go spruce up a little bit, and that's where I'm at. Okay guys, I have 5 minutes before I have to do my video check-in with the show. So I'm going to be showing them the progress that I've done thus far on the Vanity. So I'm going to be showing them a close-up of the swinging cabinet doors. Isn't that gorgeous? Love this. I'm going to be showing them the hardware, the before and after of these beauties. And I'm going to be showing them the drawers as well, how clean I was able to get these. And what else? that I've just preliminarily given this vanity a once over sand. We're going to discuss moving forward what the vision is for this piece. I have my ideas and we'll see how it goes. So I'm super nervous. I better get off here and I got to call in. So again, giving you guys behind the scenes of what really goes on. Oh, and here's my cute overalls. I put a butterfly on them. Oh, and a bracelet that my girlfriend Lisa made for me. She's a very talented leather craftswoman. And then this is my mom's ring. Oh, and my daughter picked out this ring for me at the store. It's a butterfly ring. Okay, I'm starting to do some repair work on the vanity where there's some lifting veneer. If you have been following me here on my YouTube, I have done a video on this. I get these syringes off Amazon and I just use Titebond glue. That's my glue of choice. And what you do is you get that syringe in there and you're gonna shoot that glue underneath that lifting veneer. That way you can really get in there. Otherwise, if you just put glue on top of this, it's not gonna get into the repair problem. Like right in here is where I need to get that glue. So I know it's gonna get, this piece will not lift any further and I can get it down secure. So I'm gonna go around the other areas on this vanity where I see if there's any lifting areas before I fill the cracks in with a wood putty epoxy combo. So back here, there's a bunch of the veneer that's missing, but it's secure, it's flat. So I just need to fill that in with the wood putty epoxy, and then I will grain match it and make sure it looks like it never existed. And so I'm gonna go around and do that. So I just wanted to show you this little trick that I use with syringes. Okay, YouTube, today is Thursday, July 20th. Yesterday, I left it off. I was just about to do my video call with the show. Please excuse the messy hair and just my work clothes. When I'm down here just working, not having to do a YouTube, I have no makeup on, my hair's a mess, I'm wearing a robe half the time. So this is me semi putting myself together for camera. So yesterday, you know, I tried to look semi-cute with my overalls and my boots and everything. So the video call was supposed to start at 3:30. It actually didn't start, I think, until like closer to 6. They pushed my scene out to 5 o'clock. And then we had a lot of technical issues where they had a bad internet connection on their end in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm here in New Hampshire. My signal was good, but it wasn't good on their end. So it took forever. Disconnecting, reconnecting, disconnecting, getting my area framed up. I still have frog tape on the floor because this was my mark. I stand here. They wanted to make sure the vanity was obviously within shot and that my shop looked okay and all that stuff. So it was a fun call. What can I say about it? It's a weird experience. Let me put it this way. So YouTube, when I come on here with you guys, I'm winging it. I don't have a script. I just talk and I let things flow freely. Doing that, it was, the producer got on and she was just like, okay, Bethany, stand in your spot. Don't say anything. Chumley and Corey are gonna come up to their camera and they're gonna pretend to turn on the TV to talk to you. But basically, Chumley and Corey are just coming up to a screen and pretending, you know, to turn on a TV. So they're like, don't say anything until they say, hey, Bethany. And when they greet you, you greet them back. So it's, you know, it's stuff like that where you're like, okay, appear natural, talk natural. So it's just different, but it's a lot of fun. So they did a check-in with me. Basically, the guys were wanting to see, you know, hey, Bethany, what's going on with the vanity? What have you done so far? So at this point, this morning when I got up, I stripped the third drawer. So now both the drawers, there's 3 of them to this vanity. The 2 taller one, the 2 smaller ones are stripped. The middle one is stripped. I'm gonna need to do some repair work on the edges of these drawers. There's some of the veneer that's missing, so I'll color match those. This morning I already started. There was a flaw on the top of this table where the veneer was it was lifting. So I needed to glue that down with a syringe with glue. I'll show you that clip because I did film that because I'm gonna have to put my mug into the shot. Let's see. I got the cabinet doors sanded, stripped. I think I showed these to you guys yesterday, but I messed up. I'm so mad. So if you watch the show, instead of saying book matched veneer, I said book marked veneer. Now, they don't know that I messed up because they're not into refinishing furniture. After I said it, I was like, you dodo bird. So I know people are like, she doesn't know what she's talking about, but book matched. I was talking about this. Anyways, yeah, there's my blooper. So I got part of the mirror clamped. The back was loose and I need to clamp that. The mirror has minimal damage, just some of the on the corners, the far wings, as I call it. I need to repair those spots. So what I'm going to be doing next is my repair work, and I'm going to show you the products that I use. So I'm going to be using Quick Wood. It's made out of wood putty and epoxy. I love this stuff. I get it at Lowe's, or you can get it on Amazon. So what I'm starting to do is mix my Quick Wood with powdered pigments. I have all these powdered pigments by Mohawk. If you really want to up your refinishing game, go Google Mohawk refinishing products because they're spendy, but they're worth it. So they got all these colors, light brown, dark brown, black. You got mustard, kind of like a mustard color. And what I do is I dip my epoxy wood putty mix into different colors and I get it to match as close as possible to where there is a veneer chip or a flaw that I need to fix. I find that's easier to color match that way. And then once I sand it down, if it still needs some more color or something like that, then I will mix acetone with the powdered pigments, brush it on. And if it further needs help, I use graining pencils. These are by Mohawk. These are awesome too. So what I'm trying to do is try to make sure that the flaw that I see will not be visible by others. It's kind of like a bad relationship, right? You just want to forget about it, act like it never existed. It's kind of like what I'm doing here. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. After I get that all done, I'm going to start to paint the areas that I'm going to paint. So Corey asked me yesterday, he's like, so if we restore this all completely original condition, what's the cost associated with that? And that would be more, just because it's more labor intensive. To strip something completely down, sand it down, and put top coats, whether it's poly or lacquer, it's just more labor involved in that. If I do a bit of a two-tone look, if I paint part of it and then keep part of it natural, it does lessen the labor slightly. So I'll be applying, this is the color that I chose. I think it's gonna be stunning. It is like a dark navy color. It's called Inkwell. It's gonna look so good. And then, this is the best part. We are going to be adding a little shimmer, a little bit of this gold foil to the ornate areas on this vanity and on the mirror. When I tell you I'm gonna have this thing looking like it's fit for a queen, it's gonna be breathtaking, a showstopper. I just cannot wait. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna start fixing those chipped areas and then I'll check back in with you guys. And right now I'm starving, so I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna have tacos. That's exactly what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna come back and work some more. So, toodaloo, that's what's going on behind the scenes, the real deal, what I'm doing with this vanity. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna show you some of the repair work I've been doing. So, I'll post a before photo of what this did look like. So this was missing some veneer on the underside of the vanity. Now most people might just leave this as is. I don't. I'm a perfectionist. I like to fix things as much as I can. So I had some veneer laying around that I cut to size and I put in these missing sections. So it at least looks better than just having missing chunks of veneer. Also, there was a crack underneath the middle drawer and I put a support piece of oak wood, only the best, for there. I'm probably gonna stain that darker. That's like a maple stain, but I think it needs to be darker to match the rest of the vanity, but I'll do that afterwards. And I also noticed there was a crack on one of the drawers, and I just want to stabilize everything as much as I can. And this is what I do with any type of piece of furniture that I'm working on. I'm going to repair things that I see that need repairing. So just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so after a lot of sanding and repair work, this vanity is now ready to be painted where she needs to be painted. So I'll be painting not the top, obviously. I would never cover up that gorgeous wood. I'm going to be painting the body and the bottom portion of this vanity a gorgeous navy blue color. So I am going to get started on that. It is like 2 in the morning on Friday night, July 21st. Actually, it's July 22nd. Happy heavenly birthday to my mom. She would have been 72 today. So happy birthday to my mama. I am up working. Both my kids are upstairs fast asleep. And I'm gonna keep trucking along with this vanity and hopefully get like the first and second coat on within the next half hour. Guys, don't you like my t-shirt? Don't be a salty heifer. I got it at Tractor Supply and I had to have it. It is 2:51 in the morning. Yeah. So I just got the first coat of that navy color on, but I'm going to paint the inside part right now. I missed those 2 spots, so you can see me do that. This color is really pretty and I'm really happy about it. It's going on wonderfully and easily, and it is a late night for me down in the workshop. It's early now, Saturday morning, July 22nd. And I had a late night because my 19-year-old son stopped by for dinner and he wanted me to cook for him homemade meatballs, spaghetti, and garlic bread. So, of course, I'm going to stop working, even though this is a very, very important piece that I need to get done and I'm on a time crunch, but mom duties surpass work duties. In my book, they do. So I had to feed the boy and my daughter, and then my daughter stayed up and she made these awesome they're like these lemon cupcakes with really good icing. They're so good. And then we introduced my son to the show Alone on the History Channel. My daughter and I watched that show. And so we introduced my son tonight to it. We just picked a random season. I think it's like season 8. And if you don't watch the show, you should. It's an awesome show about survival. And they drop these contestants out in like Canada, mostly Canada, that I've seen. And they leave them alone, but they have their own cameras, the participant does, and they have to survive out there. They have to build a shelter, they have to fish, they have to hunt, and whoever taps out, the last participant, wins $500,000. It's fascinating, it's entertaining, it's interesting to see how resourceful people are
and how determined they are. It's quite an experience to watch it from the comforts of your home, to watch these people struggle and figure out how to feed themselves and get themselves out of dangerous situations. So we watched an entire show tonight, and they usually last like an hour or so. And I think my son liked it. So it was fun to watch that. And then we talked a little bit, and then now I'm a little bit late. Peekaboo! Finishing up this desk, or this vanity. And I was hoping to have the paint portion done by early evening, but I got pushed out. That's okay. I'll stay up. I'll push through it. Gotta get this done. I have myself on a schedule, so this will be ready to reveal on the show next week. So I kind of cleared my work schedule. I didn't take any more custom orders in while I'm focusing on this vanity for the show. I really wanted to be completely focused and give all my creative energy to getting this piece done. So this is the first coat of the navy blue going on, and I'm quite happy with the color and how it's looking. The top will be stained, and the ornate areas on this vanity I'm going to put gold foil on. So this piece is going to really, really pop and look really royal and regal. I just want to get an idea, and I haven't finished up the drawers yet. I got them stripped, but it's always kind of fun to pop them in and kind of get an idea for me visually what this will look like when it's all said and done. So that's a top left drawer. So I just kind of, I always do this, I kind of go, okay, this is going to be lacquered. Here's the gold, or I should say brass. It looks gold to me, but it's brass hardware, all shined up. How's that going to look? The contrast with the gold foil, it's going to look really good. So I'm happy with my progress. I'm happy with how the project's going. Just a little behind tonight where I wanted to be, but that's okay. That's okay. I had a delicious dinner with both my kiddos, and we got to watch some TV together, and in my book, that's the most important thing. So, okay, I'm going to try and get some sleep before morning comes and my whole routine has to start over again. So, just wanted to share with you where I'm at with the vanity project for the show. Okay, guys, it is Saturday afternoon. As you know, I was up till 3 in the morning. I have a little more energy now. Got some coffee in me. Check this out. I got the first, second, and third coats of the dark navy blue color on the base of the vanity. I love it. I got the top sanded, the edges sanded. Look at this gorgeous wood grain on the top. Now I'm doing the tedious part of this restoration. I am color matching with my Mohawk powdered pigments and a little bit of acetone. You can see here, I've already been mixing, color matching, and fixing areas on the top of the vanity where there was some veneer that was chipped. There's a spot there. There's a spot there. There's a spot there. And so I'm trying to disguise it with the powdered pigments as much as possible. So right now I'm just color matching it, and then I'll go in and I'll draw some wood grain on the areas so it really blends in. So that's about halfway done. So that's what I'll do. And I have some areas on the drawer that really needs it. This middle drawer has some repair and color matching. And then I'll start painting on the mirror. A lot of work. Okay, you guys, we are in my lovely laundry room. This is where I do my top coats. It's a great area because I have it temperature controlled. Remember, there are 2 factors when it comes to applying any top coat that you must remember. The temperature in the room, and more importantly, the humidity. That will affect absolutely your dry time and how it will adhere to your piece of furniture. So keep that in mind. I keep a digital thermostat in my laundry room. I also have a humidifier. We've had a lot of rain here in New Hampshire, so humidity has been a big factor. With that being said, here are the drawers. They're ready to be lacquered. I repaired them pretty well. I think so. I think they look okay. I got all the flaws taken care of. And then these are the 2 swinging cabinet doors that go on the Vanity. They're nice and sanded and ready to go. So let's get this party started.
Okay, but first, here's the mirror. She has been painted completely in that gorgeous color called Inkwell. And I opted not to use that gold foil, you guys. I went with the gold gilding wax instead. It's just more subtle and more rich looking. Okay, here's the top of the Vanity after she's been sanded. I stained her with Colonial Maple Stain by General Finishes. And I've applied my first coat of seal coat. Let me show you what that is. So seal coat I put on before I put my actual top coat on. I will apply 2 coats of that seal coat, and then I lightly feather sand in between those coats. I use 400 grit wrapped around a felt block like this, and I just go from one end to the other end and just do it like this. Eek, she's starting to come together, you guys. Okay, this is what all the ornate pieces look like with the gold gilding wax on it. Again, I opted not to go with that gold foil. I just felt it was too loud and it took away from the piece. Again, I want this to look royal, elegant, and I felt like the gold was just too loud. And here's a shot of the 2 cabinet doors. They are dry and I'm ready to attach those, but first let's apply that top coat. Okay, here's a quick time-lapse video of me applying General Finishes Armor Seal in a high gloss. I absolutely love this top coat. It gives me flawless results every single time. I apply it with a 2-inch foam brush with a nylon booty around it. And if you're like, what the heck is that, Bethany? I'll put a link to a video where I show exactly how I apply this top coat. Not in fast time, but to save time here, because this is already a super long video, here's me just getting the edges, making everything look so perfect. Okay, I'll be applying 3 coats of this. We'll let it dry and let's get this Vanity put back together. Okay, here's the big reveal. This is what she looks like all put back together. I hope Chumley likes it. I hope Corey likes it. I hope the producers are really happy with what I did here. I think the color Inkwell complements this Vanity perfectly. And if you forgot what it looked like, here is the before photo up here in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, I can't go without talking about this mirror. Oh my gosh, this was a little bit of a headache, but let's talk about it. So I was able to find 2 square nuts that were a part of a Singer sewing machine that I have here in my workshop. So they fit perfectly, which was great, but the mirror needed some added support. This thing was so wobbly and I did not feel good releasing this project with a wobbly mirror on top. So my boyfriend and I found these awesome, authentic antique door latches at a salvage place. Instead of them going obviously horizontally on an old door, we flipped them vertically to help support this mirror on the back. Now it's rock solid, and it's kind of cool that we were able to incorporate old pieces on this piece. So as you can see, sometimes you got to be resourceful and think outside the box when it comes to stabilizing a piece of furniture, and that's what we did here. Okay, now to do the final touch-ups, and she's ready for the show.
Vanity that local furniture restorator Bethany has been working on. I asked her to keep it a little bit original, but I wanted it to have a modern twist too. I can't wait to see what she's done with it.